The Rockets. Play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Houston, Texas. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, here's Şengün. Here's Adams, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Wade drives in. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's Houston on the break. Back to Şengün. From the stripe. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Henderson outside. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Now, here's Şengün. Screened by Adams, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Here's Wade. The Rockets making the shot. And stolen by Şengün. Back to Payton. High post, Şengün misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. The coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Şengün. Pass to Whitmore. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adams. And the shot is good.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Henderson looking it over. Nice D from Brooks.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Şengün. Makes it off the glass. Şengün's got his second basket of the game.
What a move by Şengün in close. Determination for sure.
Wade. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now here's Henderson. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Ayton. The rebound by Payton.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Brooks with no one around. It's Brooks on the wing. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Henderson right side. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. He's looking for Thibault and finds him. It's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now Şengün can't hit from 12.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
And here are the Trailblazers now. It's a three-point game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Good on the bucket.
Speed kills, and Simons has plenty of it.
Now, here's Şengün. At the elbow, Adams. From deep, Brooks. It's good from long range. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets ahead, up by 4. It's the NBA.
The Trailblazers.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jalen Green. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Simons surveying the D. Avdia, good on the three-point shot. Avdia's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Green inside. Smith for 3. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. It's stolen by Smith. Beyond the arc. And the 3 ball is good.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Pass to Grant. Back to Simons. Here's the teardrop. Here's Avdia. Wide open look here for Klingon. Off target from three-point range. There's Green with the 3. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And stolen by Thompson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Shoots the 3. Shot's good by Green. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They've out-hustled their opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Trailblazers trailed by 9. And then Sharp with the dunk.
out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever, able to do things most others can't.
For three, Smith. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And Portland with the ball. Down low, Grant. Poked away. Up top, Sharp. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes.
Portland needs to get off a shot. Avdia can't hit. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. With his explosive scoring ability, and Porter, who could just do a little bit of everything.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Trailblazers trailed by 11. Here's Wade. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard, their apparent, did it, Green?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident. Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Offensive rebound. Thompson inside, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Wade. Eason grabs the board. Rockets leading by 12. And Thompson throws it down.
Boy, he fluidly moves up the floor, easily demonstrating great athleticism. Man, Thompson, impressive.
Wade with it. Now here's Ayton. He's covered by Thompson. Wade outside. Here's Kamara. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Kamara's got his first bucket in this one. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll return shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but things will tighten up here in the second. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here's Henderson. He has yet to score. Pass to Thibault. Back to Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
That one goes. Count it. Payton's got his first points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Payton outside. At the elbow, it's Şengün. Over Murray. Şengün, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Wade. Knocked away. And stolen by Eason. Here's Payton. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Gary Payton has a perpetual pep in his step. It's all energy all the time with GP.
Wade outside. Over Payton. Wade misses. Rockets leading by 12. Fades and shoots. Out to Payton for the three. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Payton's got 7 points in the game.
That's a shot that Payton can occasionally make. I like whenever he looks to expand his range some, though.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Pass to Ayton. And Murray now top of the key. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Henderson with it. Clock at 6. Here's Wade. And he can't bank that one in. Rockets leading by 15. Brooks from outside. That one doesn't go.
2 minutes.
Henderson outside.
2 minutes.
Here he goes. Pass to Ayton. He can't get it to go. Adams, some nice D. And here's the fast break. Here's Payton. Rebound by Murray.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Wade feeling it out a bit. And it's Thibault in the corner. Back to Wade. Oh, and the jam by Wade. What a play.
And there's the youth. Wade jumping out of the gym.
Pass to Şengün. 1:14 left to play here in the third. Another miss by Houston. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 13. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said.
When he's not working back to the basket, Şengün can pop out and face you up.
Henderson outside. Pass to Ayton. Back to Wade. Here's Ayton. To the middle. It's Wade with the jam.
And there's the slam by Wade. Such a remarkable athlete.
Here's Şengün. He's got 6. Out to Payton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And we got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
Substitution on the board.
1 second left. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there,
Trailblazers 32.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Here's Green. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
Green stopping on a dime and putting up his shot. Boy, that was impressive how suddenly he did that.
Simon's up top. Here's Avdia. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Jabari Smith picks one up. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Grant. And here's Avdia. And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Kicks it out to Grant.
Well, it's Green's effort that makes him effective as a defender in addition to his athleticism, but usually he just simply outworks folks.
That bucket in no time at all. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room, give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
Pass to Sharp. Shot to stop the run. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Nice shot by Smith.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Rockets leading by 21. And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Wade gets the bucket.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Trailblazers trailed by 18.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take that first game of the season series. That's what they've done here tonight against Portland.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Green.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Out to Smith. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. And the Rockets lead by 21.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he's good on the three ball.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Henderson outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance